And without any further ado, I'm going to put a little healing Reiki music on that will help this whole process, kind of help put you in the mood, so to speak. So I will put that on right now. And Reiki is a healing art, just like Tai Chi is and Qigong. And Qigong in particular is considered to be healing energy cultivated over time. And, you know, just like a great garden takes time that you have to cultivate and, you know, plant the seeds and really get things going, that happens also with Qigong. You may or may not feel some things right tonight, but you will definitely improve your health kind of first thing right out of the gate. So health improvements are also done with nutrition, Qigong practice, and also some self-massage, which we're going to do a little bit of that tonight. So in Tai Chi, there is always Qigong, but Qigong can be a standalone practice. So I am going to do a little bit more on the Qigong side tonight because that is a little bit easier to do. It's not so choreographed like your Tai Chi is. But in any event, this will be a great experience. And I enjoy the experience whenever I teach the class. You know, I can feel the energy that's generated. Usually when I teach my Tai Chi class, we always talk about creating a tsunami of positive energy to send out in the world to try and balance all the negativity that's going out there. So think about whatever it is that you do tonight, even if it's just minor movements, that in itself is creating this whole positive energy flow out into the world. So let's begin. What I'd like for you to do is, as we go through the practice, there's 3 intentful enhancements that I like to focus on. It is the breath, posture, and the mind as far as focusing. So, and the saying goes, the mind, the breath, and the body, and then clear the mind to distill the heavenly elixir within. So I'd like for you to begin wherever you are seated. We're going to start in a seated position first. So we're going to begin with posture. So beginning with your feet, you want to make sure that your feet are fully planted on the ground and pay particular attention to the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. These are very much involved in our balance. And also that creates that awareness from the feet all the way up through the body for posture. In the center of the foot is an area called the Yang Quan point that I'm going to go over in a few moments. But when you rock back and forth, if you lift your heels and then lift the toes up, what I'd like for you to do is spread those toes out. If you can't see my feet that well, I'll try to move back a little bit more. But it's all about rolling the feet on the ground. And as we start to work on posture, what I'd like for you to do is now start to coordinate your breath with the movements that we do. So as you lift the toes, you can exhale. As you lift the heels, you can inhale. It doesn't really matter, but what I'd like for you to do is just focus on your breath as you go through. Feel that loosening up in the ankles. Feel the toes loosening up. Because a lot of times pain, stiffness, and so forth is because we have stale chi that's stagnant and not able to move. So what we're going to do in this practice is move that chi, and that helps to improve our health. So then let those feet firmly plant down. Look down for a moment and see that your ankles are lined up with your knees and your feet are facing out forward. And then let the knees line up with the hips. Then we're going to go through. I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to do a little pelvic tilting to help to loosen up the spine and also engage that navel. So this is going to definitely help your posture as well. So just give yourself that opportunity. Exhale, pull that navel in, let that tailbone tuck underneath. Inhale and let that belly come forward. Exhale as you pull that navel in and let that spine cave in a little bit, and then move back and forth. feel that nice loosening up in the spine. Good. So now you want to, and as we move through the body, what I'd like for you to do is maintain your awareness. So even though we've left the feet, let's still think about the feet. We want to expand how our mind is thinking about our posture. That's called also proprioception, knowing how your body is moving in space. So next, we're going to do a side bend. So I want you to stretch over to the side, keeping the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Allow that head and neck to go over so you feel that contraction on the side. Inhale as you come up, and as you come up, lift that spine up. You want to feel that sternum lift up and the shoulder blades slide down the back. Let's go over to the other side. Stretch. And inhale and lift all the way up. And each time, feel like we're lifting that head up closer towards that roof. Exhale as we stretch over to the side. And inhale as you come up. And then exhale, going over to the other side. And then inhale, coming up. And always remember going to the point of sensation, not to the point of pain, especially if you have any spinal issues going on. So let's do a little rotation. You're going to put your left hand over on the right. I have yet to be able to, say the opposite. And let that head and neck gently turn, just so you feel that gentle stretch over to the side, still feeling the breath in the body. And then release, come back to center, and let's go over to the other side, stretch. And then come back to center. Let's take a moment, let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down. So many times we have so much tension in that upper back, that lower neck area, especially with migraines, or if you're working from home. I know myself, I've been trying to be as ergonomically correct as possible, and it's just not always happening. So just allow those shoulders, move through that whole shoulder girdle, which is your collarbone, the shoulder joint, and the shoulder blades. Feeling, putting a little tension in and letting it go. Bring it up and letting it go. Let's do one more of those, up and down. So feel that the shoulders are heavy, that they're weighing down. Still feel that navel engage. Feel your feet pressing down. Those yang quan points drawing up energy from the earth. Keeping the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Let's work on the neck a little bit. Let's drop the chin down in front, exhaling. Keeping the shoulders back. Inhale as you lift up, and just lift up a teeny bit, just so you feel a little lengthening in these neck muscles here, and then come back to neutral. Exhale as you come down, and again, keep the shoulders back, let that head come forward. Inhaling, coming up to neutral, and then lifting up just a teensy bit, and back. And let's do that one more time. Exhaling as we come down. And then inhaling as you come up and lifting up just a little bit and down. And remember, still feeling the feet pressing down, feeling the abdominals, feeling that whole upper body engaged. Let's also move back and forth, doing a little side-to-side motion. I say like you're saying no. And just a small amount, not big, just to gently loosen up the neck muscles, the ligaments and the tendons. Remembering to breathe nice and deeply. And then stretch as far as you comfortably can over towards the left. Feeling that length coming from the jawline down to the shoulder. And then back to center. And same thing over to the right side. Try to keep both shoulders in place. Try not to let one pull. Only go as far as you comfortably can. And then back to center. Let's do that 2 more times. We're going to stretch, remembering if you're turning to the left, the opposite shoulder stays back. Breathe into that just a few times, and then come back to center. Over to the other side, keeping that shoulder back and stretch. And back to center. Good, let's do that one more time. Remembering to breathe nice and deeply. And then release. And then once more. And back. And noticing how your mind has automatically come into play. So that's what happens as we're working on posture, breath. Those 3 components of your Qigong, our intentful enhancements, happen almost automatically. Now let's bring your attention to your jawline. We're going to move up and try to relax all the muscles around the face and the head. So coming up to the jaw, just allow your jaw to relax. Still keeping the tongue to the roof of the mouth, still keeping your focus. You feel the feet, they're on the background in the back burner, but allow that jaw to just relax. Allow the cheek muscles to relax. Allow the eyes, the muscles in the eyes are always moving. Allow them to relax. Allow the forehead to relax. And at the same time, feel like the top of the head is lengthening up towards the heavens. It's called the byway. I used to always call it bayway in class. And jokingly, there's a bayway here over in St. Pete down in Florida. So we'd always joke about that. But it actually is called the bayway, and trying to feel that bayway is lifting up. So you feel that spine is lengthened as far as you comfortably can. At the same time, letting those shoulders stay grounded. Your feet are grounded. And now let's focus a little bit deeper on the breath. When you inhale, you want to inhale for at least a count of 3 or 4. Feel that belly rise and expand. Pause for a moment on top. And then exhale out nice and slowly, allowing that breath to ebb out. So feeling, as you inhale, you're taking in healthy chi. Pause for a moment. And then exhale, letting all that stale chi just ebb out. And let's do that several more times. Feeling the healing quality in the music, feeling the healing beginning in your body. Inhaling deeply. Pausing. And exhaling out. Let's do that a few more times. Feel that ebb of relaxation. As soon as we start to control breath, we start to adjust our posture. That sends a powerful message to the body. Immediately, your blood pressure starts to drop. Your blood glucose levels change. So that's a powerful message that you send to the body. We can't control a lot of things, but we can control our breath. Let's do that 2 more times, that nice, deep, cleansing breath. And once more. So maintaining this posture, maintaining that feeling of relaxation, keeping the feet firmly planted. I'd like for you to whisk your hands together. There's an area in the hand right around where the knuckles are. Like we have the Yongquan point in the feet, we have the Laogong points in the hands. And that whisking together, we should do that about 32 times, if you can count while you're doing it. And you want to feel that heat that you feel, that friction, that is your chi. So this gives you that opportunity to feel that chi. We are all born with healing chi. It's just that we don't always learn how to use it. So this practice helps us learn how to work on healing ourselves. Now let's stretch this healing chi. I want you to inhale and expand that chi right over your chest. And exhale as you press. And you might be sensitive enough to feel that stretch, that magnetic pull. As you inhale and then exhale and press like you're pushing against a cloud or pushing against rock. So let's do that several times, really activating our chi and the awareness of feeling it. You might even feel some tingling in the hands, inhaling deep and exhale. I do this a lot, you know, if I'm in traffic and I'm getting a little stressed out, which of course with COVID isn't happening a whole lot these days, but in any event, this is something great to do if you find yourself getting stressed out. Just take a moment, activate your Laogong points, and just get into that simple movement and feel that chi to remind yourself that you have that healing ability right within yourself. Let's do one more. Okay, let's let the hands go down by the side, and we're going to sink the chi. We're gathering chi from all around us, gathering up and letting it sink down. So what I'd like for you to think about, and only go to the point of sensation that you can move. If you have a shoulder injury, just always go to where you need to. But feel like you're dragging this chi right down from the top of the head all the way down the front of the body. Inhaling up as you gather chi, healthy chi from all around you, and letting this come down the front of the body. Nice, gentle movements, slow, controlled, still feeling the feet on the floor, feeling that posture. So you've got your mind is expanding its awareness of being able to maintain the posture, keeping that tongue to the roof of the mouth so the energy can flow from the front and the back of the body. Coming up. We'll do a few more of these. And then we're going to do a little bit of the kind of the self-massage or tapping also. When we tap on the body, it allows us to open up our energy meridians, just like as if we were having acupuncture or acupressure. Tapping works the same way. So let's inhale up one more time and come back down. So just take a moment, putting your energized hands on this lower abdominal area is called the lower dantian. Just take a moment, see how you feel. So I'm going to take my glasses off for this moment. And so what we're going to do is we're going to tap on all parts of the head all the way around, doing a little massaging. If anything feels uncomfortable, please don't do it. Or just put the hand as if you were tapping. If it feels too painful, if you happen to be having a migraine at this moment, although hopefully after this beginning part of the class, it may have dissipated, which would be great. So let's begin Let's energize those Laogong points again one more time. Reminding yourself of that posture and breath. You want your mind to expand its abilities to be able to do all of that. Feeling that heat in the hand. And now let's bring this up to the top of the head. We're going to start with the top of the head and tap down, come down to the forehead and around. So you're going all the way around the crown. You want your arms to be relaxed so you don't feel any tension in the shoulder. And if you can only do one arm at a time, or if you need to bring the head down a little bit in order to do this, that's fine. But make sure you keep your posture, keep your abdominals engaged so you don't feel like you're just flopping forward, but that you're engaged, actively engaging those core muscles to keep you in place. And just gentle tapping all the way around that crown. Good. And let that go down. Now let's bring your attention to your forehead. Go around the forehead, above the eyebrows. And again, if it's too painful, just press as if you're pressing that chi energy into that area. And remembering to still breathe, remembering your posture. And now let's bring your attention to the ridge, the eyebrow ridge. You can gently press around, all the way around the eye. Nice deep breathing. If you feel any tender spots, maybe stay there for a few moments longer. I have found that working from home and looking at that computer screen that my eyes were really, I was experiencing what's called an ocular migraine. So it wasn't so much in my head, but in my eye, and it was really pretty scary. So I found myself doing a lot of this when that started happening. And let's stay in the corner of the eye just for a moment. Gently doing a little massaging action right in there. And then let the hands come down. Let's whisk those hands together again, maintaining that posture. This time we're going to put the Laogong points right on the eyes themselves. So let's take a moment, cup the hands, and put them right on the eyes. Take some nice deep breaths. And just breathe into your eyes, allowing those core eye muscles to relax. And then bring the hands to the sides of the ears, right along that jaw. And you want to rub right up and down in front of the ear, right along that jaw muscle. That muscle gets very tight, very tense, especially if you have TMJ. You know, a lot of times we grit our teeth. Sometimes we do it at night without even thinking about it. So just allow yourself to massage into that area. And then even into the cheek, a little bit, the hollow of the cheek. Inhaling and exhaling, maintaining the feet. And let's continue on with the ear. What I want you to do is put your fingers in your ear and massage around the ear canal. And then kind of press press around the whole outside, all the ridges of the ear. It's hard if you have earrings. All the way around, inside, again, going all around. Just kind of really massaging those ears. The ears are like reflexology, just like we have in our hands and our feet. There are representative areas of all the body organs on the ears as well as on the hands and on the bottom of the feet. Let's do that one more time. Around. And relax those arms down. You might feel that chi in your hands and your arms flowing. Now let's bring this back up. Let's go up to the nose. There are so many meridians around the face and the head that we are tapping into. Up and down, or just tapping like this, especially if you have any sinus congestion, maybe tapping right along that the muscles and the bones right there, the cheekbones. And if you feel one side, there's a yoga breath where you would kind of press in on one side and inhale up and exhale out. So you can do that too. I found occasionally this right side gets a little stuffy, and when I do that, that really helps. And then pressing right along that cheekbone. Now let's move also to underneath the nose. Gentle tapping here. I've seen some people do this. I tend to like this. I feel like I can get a better job done if I do it like this. Maintaining posture and breath. And then moving down under the chin as well. And just take a moment. Just let all of that wash away. All that tension. Now let's move to the back or the side of the ear. There are muscles back there as well. So massaging the back of the ear. Sometimes we can have tension right in that area too. So massaging up and down. And then massaging these bones right here. Giving yourself a little massage, or you can tap, whatever feels better for you to do. We're not worried about messing up our hairdos now, are we? Let's just allow that to go. And then tapping. And then let all of that. Good. Let's take a moment, let those arms relax. Our hands up. We're going to do some tapping. The tapping can be done either like this or just with the fingers, you know, whatever feels comfortable for you to do. And when I've taught my Tai Chi class, we've always kind of had a joke that this is the thymus is the anti-aging area, so everybody goes like this to really. I said you're going to be 10 years younger when you leave class. So just allowing that, you'll feel that circulation come to that area, really energize you by working on the thyroid and the thymus. Elmer Fudd. Now, let's move. The left hand goes on to the right side. Right side is the yang side, or as they say, the yang side. I like to call it yang. We're going to go down the arm meridian. So you can, again, just tap or here like this. Give yourself a little tapping around the elbow. Let that arm come down. You don't want to feel tension in the shoulder. And then in that Lao Dog point, give yourself a hand. And then turn around and come up the outside of the meridian. And then up in that shoulder. Give yourself some nice tapping to get that circulation in there. Get rid of all that tension. We're going to do that a couple more times. Let's go all down the arm. And then get to that loud gong point. Good, turn it around. Go up. Right up into that shoulder area. Ooh. And then back down one more time. Getting that circulation. You should feel all that energy, chi energy in that arm. And all the way up. Oh. Good. Back to center. Woo. Okay, and now we're going over to the inside, the left arm, letting that arm stay down, going down again, staying in that elbow just a little bit. Elbow is a very energetic area. All the way down, give yourself a hand, coming up. The yang is the outside, the yin is the inside, and then giving yourself a little tap. A little self-abuse never hurts when it comes to getting rid of the tension. And then back down. Give yourself a hand. Good, coming around. Go, tapping on that shoulder. Good, and back down that front. Boy, my arms, I can see the circulation improving. That's all that chi. Good, and then going up. Good. Oh, one more time. Back to center. And let's sink that chi. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. Now let's wipe that away. Getting rid of all that excess, stagnant chi. Move all that healthy chi around, because chi is like a river. When it flows, then we are healthy. Good. Now let's take a moment. Let's stand up for a bit. Take a nice deep breath. And come on up. Standing up. Let's engage those leg muscles. So we're going to also work with posture here as well. So I'd like for you to make sure your feet are right under your hips. When your feet are right under your hips, that's a normal balance point. When your feet come in close, it's going to require a little bit more of a balance challenge. And if your feet are wide, it's less of a balance challenge. So let's have it right underneath. So you feel the feet are right under your hips. And let's just kind of gently rock back and forth. Again, activating those yang quan points on the bottom of the feet. Feeling the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. Maintaining that posture that we worked on in a seated position. Feeling the shoulders relax down. Knees are soft. Good. And then allow yourself to sink into those feet just for a moment. Tongue stays to the roof of the mouth. Now let's stretch back and forth, stretching those knees. This is dynamic stretching of the knees. So if you can't like reach back and grab your leg, this works as well. Very important to do, especially if you've been sitting for a while. Get up and do a little stretching, a little dynamic stretching. Good. Now let's take the right leg, push one leg to the back. What I want you to do is let yourself lean back. This is called hinging back at the hip. You're going to engage the glute, that muscle that we sit on. We call it recruiting your glutes. Let yourself stretch back, keep the shoulders up. So you feel that stretch here in the front of the hip. You'll probably feel a stretch in the calf as well. Breathe deeply, feel that lengthening in the spine. And then release and come forward. Let's go to the other side. Pressing that heel down, engaging the glute on that side, and then lean the hip back a little bit so you feel that stretch in the front, still keeping the posture nice and tall. Taking a few deep breaths. Good, and then come back. So we're going to do a movement called the fountain. And the fountain is all about Maintaining, again, posture as we go through this, sweeping the energy up the front of the body, especially around the eyes and down and around. And what you want to do in Qigong and Tai Chi, the whole body is a part of it. It's not just the arms moving, but you want to let yourself just kind of bend into a little bit, lifting up, 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 right around the eyes and down. Inhaling as you come up, feeling that energy coming right up the front of the body. Inhaling up and down. And letting your energy, feeling it from the bottom of the feet all the way around. Let's do that a few more times. This time coming up a little bit higher up to Bayway and down. All the way up, dragging that energy up and around. Letting yourself just float through the movement. Still maintaining that posture, expanding that mind's awareness as you go through your practice. Let's do one more of these. And down. We're going to do a movement that looks, it's called the chest opener. You're going to pull the elbows, you're going to roll the elbows to the back, and as you pull in, you want to feel like you're lifting your sternum, letting the shoulder blades come down the back, lift the chin ever so slightly, inhaling, and then roll the elbows, curl the spine, exhale in. Inhale as you lift up, let that chest open, pull those shoulder blades down. Exhale as you roll those elbows in and curl forward. So this is all about moving that spine, letting the elbows come down, breath involved, still feeling that movement all the way down to the feet as you come in, inhaling up, down, and in, and lift. We're going to do one more to center, and then we're going to move over towards the side. So now, as I open up to my right side, my left elbow stays forward, and then I bring it in and curl in. Inhale and go into the opposite side. Stretch, and then bring this back and in. Inhale up as you open and expand, maintaining your posture. Exhale as you come in. Inhale as you open. And exhale down. Let's do one more. And back. And again. And back. And let those arms come down and relax. Let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Feel the whole shoulder girdle. Collarbone, shoulder joint, shoulder blades. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Great. We're going to do a movement called parting the horse's mane, but we're not going to do the leg movement with it. Parting the horse's mane is all about having a chi ball. So we're going to do a little chi ball first before we actually move into that movement. So what you want to do is those Laogong points in the hands, we want to keep them lined up. We want to keep the elbow below the shoulder. We don't want to be here like this. You want to be in this relaxed position. And then you want to keep this lined right up with your dantians. This is our middle dantian, and this is our upper dantian. This is called Shen, this is Qi, and this is called Jing. So we want to move this across, and when I get to the side, I want to roll the ball, and then I want to gently move that body. So I want to keep that alignment all the way up, and roll. And roll. And roll. Let's do one more to each side. horses made next time. I know we're coming to the end of the class, so I want to finish up. Let's bring those hands down in front. Find yourself in a comfortable standing position and put your hands in prayer pose. As always, it has been my honor and pleasure to be your guide in your practice today and always. Thank you so much for sharing your Qi with all of us, because we are all feeling the Qi, even though we're not all in the same room. And remember that this positive Qi that we have created tonight acts like a tsunami wave that goes out to this world to help to balance out all the negativity that's going on. And so, I know in yoga they have a saying called namaste, but in Tai Chi and Qigong, we have a saying that's in Chinese. So I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to ask you to repeat to yourself. Of course, I won't be able to hear you, but the saying is Ni Men Hao Jing Shen Qi. So please say that one more time with me. Ni Men Hao Jing Shen Qi. Thank you all so much. It has been my honor and pleasure. Let me tell you, it's been such a wonderful experience. Thank you very much. And in Tai Chi, we grab the right hand, grabs the left open hand, the left thumb. This is friendship and strength and humility. Thank you very much. Give yourselves a hand. Yay! Good job, everyone.
Susan, thank you so much, Susan. What a mindful and restorative session that was. I've attended a number of your sessions, but this one was particularly meaningful, and I never knew so much of the Qigong practice could be so restorative, so I thank you for that. And please know, I thank each of you for being with us tonight. Please come back. Susan will be with us again next Tuesday evening and with another session. Please mention it to your friends so they can attend, because I hope all of you feel better and restored and mindful after that wonderful session. I also want to take again this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Amgen and Novartis. Also mention that you will receive a very short survey. It's just 3 questions. We would love to have you answer and participate in the survey so we get your opinions on the remainder of the series and the possibility of extending the series based on your interest. We will see you again on Thursday. This Thursday session is a mindfulness meditation session. It takes place a little bit later at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be back again with Susan next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Susan, I can't thank you enough. That was wonderful. I hope all of you enjoyed it, and good evening.
Great, thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Nice to share your Qi. Thank you.